Alright, so it is day 3 of the Sigmund Flame Shrine. Randomized actually did terrible on his day 2 attacks as well. I believe this is his 3-day total, if I'm not mistaken. So we should be able to easily smoke him. Unfortunately, we're probably not going to get 1 trillion, as we only got 186 billion on stream yesterday. So let's get set up for that. We need this glittery demon bell. And we need the regular demon bell from Belrain. Yeah, Garuda and Belrain work together. Why would it be a bad idea? I mean, Garuda's passive helps if people die, but Belrain also gives an attack and a speed buff and heals. Like, they're not counter synergy in any way. Alright, so we are going to run Ithaqua in the front. 3-1 split with that holy attack stone. Generally speaking, crit and crit attack is going to be higher damage, but we are getting close to maxing out her crit, and this will actually put us over the cap. Glittery Antlers Cane, and full red other than... Actually, we realized we don't need Purify. So full red on the Ithaqua. Running that E3 Drake in the second slot. Keep him a 2-2 split with a speed HP, and that glittery Demon Bell with some aggressive enables. Got our E3 Heart Watcher, 2-2 split, speed HP, and the regular Demon Bell. Our 2 Delaciums are built tanky, HP stones, and a Fearless, 2-2 split. And finally we're running that 8-star Rogan for those extra buffs. And he just gets a magic source to get that round 1 Bloodthirsty out. So hopefully, I mean, it's still possible to hit 1 trillion, but we need huge damage today for all 4 attacks. So it's unlikely, but should be able to at least take first. Got the setup, and we run Dragon with our Rogan, so that's the reason we don't have a burn hero, and the reason we're running the Holy Attack Stone on Ithaqua. Carry's better to spend the relics on, but it depends on how many copies of each you have so far. Honestly, it doesn't matter what stone you run on Delacium, especially at 9 and 10 star. Your goal is to keep them alive. HP stone is the best. Yeah, I only have 2 Rogans, but the reason we were hoping for more Sherlock copies... Actually, we can maybe do this now for the fans. So we can maybe get a Rogan from this chest. So not going to do it yet, but yeah, I only got 2 Rogan copies. I did not participate much in that event. I was saving, but a 9-star Rogan would be nice. We're going to hold off on that one for now, as I think that's the only one we can get a Rogan from. But yeah, HP is the best stone on Delacium, generally speaking, unless you're super late game optimization. 90% of Delacium's damage is going to come from the dot replication for Ithaqua. Did it? I mean, yeah, so wait till you watch the VOD, but I've got enough Emily copies to make like 3 E5s at this point, thanks to branches and orbs. Alright, so that's the setup we're going to run. Let's hop in and see how we do. Our best hit yesterday was only 73.5 billion, but we hit 127 billion with a day 1 attack. So let's see if we can get some good damage in. I'd like for these Delaciums. So that Delacium healed itself. If you notice, that's because Rogan's active Bloodthirsty can actually hit the Delaciums. We did get the Dragon buff. So Bloodthirsty is real nice. It's basically an upgraded Kiss of Ghost if it tags your Delaciums, and they're able to keep themselves alive, which definitely helps. So we'll see if he heals himself. He actually doesn't have Bloodthirsty, but he's not currently burned, and they're down to -1, so we should be fine. Yeah, he has Bloodthirsty now, so they're healing themselves. The Sigmas are debuffed, so now it's just a matter of RNG on those dot replications. As well as Ithaqua's crits, she does have a chance to not crit, especially with the 9-star Rogan. So she's going to be around early. 600 million active, but she's not quite timing right with the dragon yet. We need that glittery demon bell to proc on her, as well as at least 2 Sigmund actives. So the dragon buff did hit her, and she should actually get an active in round 10 from even the regular Demon Bell proc. No, she will not. That's unfortunate. A good pull for 10 POs? What do you mean? I mean, an elite hero would be good. Still got a 1 billion active even without that dragon buff, which is nice. I mean, yeah, you're early on creation. You'll get them. The best hero on this game is money. The second best is patience. I was on my free-to-play earlier account, and I have two 6-star heroes, and they're trash heroes. 1.35 billion is pretty big active for 13. So we may get around 15 active if we can get hit by one more Sigmund active. Oh no, we did it. We got it anyway. We did get a dragon buff too, so 1.5 billion. This should be a pretty decent run. We got mostly dragon buffs on the Athaqua, so it's going to come down to dot replication. Yeah, 76.9 billion. So I'm guessing Athaqua's probably about 18 billion, and the Delaciums were a little lower, maybe in the 20 to 30 range. Yeah, so 20 billion on Athaqua is about ideal with the Glittery Antlers cane in this setup. 30 and 25 billion is good for the Delaciums, not great. They can get up to 50 to 60 billion with this team setup, so not a bad run. The goal for me currently is to hit 83.3 every time, as that will come out to 1 trillion, which I've still yet to hit. I think randomize is done though, so that should be first. Let's see if we can't get a record hit or something in. So yeah, the Delacium that was hurt has Bloodthirst, so we should be perfectly fine. Sigmund is pretty easy to debuff down, and even if he breaks out of one of the Heartwatcher attack debuffs, he does a ton of damage, which is why a lot of the record damage you'll see is against Sigmund. But honestly, if you're survivable, there's not a huge difference between them. I mean, 400k is new also. That's not a high power. Everyone on the server is new, and not whaling, that means. Yeah, on 8... Oh, I say that, but that one Delacium's looking real low. Hopefully he has Bloodthirsty already. He does. That's good. So yeah, you see he healed him for 7 million. So out of the danger zone. Yeah, 400k power versus a million doesn't mean anything. We're really going to need him to have Bloodthirsty, or he's going to die to burn this round. Ah, he didn't get it, so we're going to lose a Delacium really early. That's unfortunate. This burn tick will kill him even if an active doesn't hit him, I think. Yep, that's unfortunate. So this will definitely be a lower damage round. That said, it's still possible to even beat last round with one Delacium. It's just a matter of getting good RNG on the replications. Is it the green twines? I've never been paying enough attention. Oh wow, that is super clear. Thanks for that, Hex. I've never noticed it. Yeah, so easier for me to tell in the videos. That's too bad. Yeah, so upgrading those Delaciums will also make their survivability higher. 9-star Rogan is only going to make our Athaqua damage go up, which will be nice. But not much for survivability. Alright, so let's see how he did. So yeah, 63.9, not much worse than last time. Still a mediocre hit compared to some of our day 1 stuff. So yeah, the Delacium that died only did 17 billion, but we got 28 billion from the other one, and fairly average Athaqua damage. So should be able to hopefully break 750 billion at least, which is nice. Record is 991 billion against Molas, so just short of that 1 trillion mark still. Okay, so yeah, this Delacium has the Bloodthirst and this one doesn't, now that we know what we're looking for. So Athaqua does get the dragon buff, that's good. She should have around 4 active, depending. Depends on the Sigmund actives as well as the Demon Bell. Yep, she will have one. Oh, also I think at 10 star, Bloodthirsty hits 3 targets if I'm not mistaken, so that would also help survivability. But we definitely don't have the copies to 10 star him yet. We did miss the dragon buff on Athakwa, unfortunately. Yeah, we can see where they're at. I usually check them in round 14, but we'll see what they're at after this next round. 2.9 billion on the Athakwa dot so far. It's technically bleed and poison, but it doesn't interact with pets yet. Yeah, monster is huge early game. It will do most of your damage and most of your healing too. Yeah, so I'll show Athakwa's in a second, but unfortunately there's no pet interaction, or Snake could be the best Athakwa pet. That said, Dragon is nice with the Rogan. I think I'm at 87% crit chance, even without a crit stone, which is nice. Oh, that's a really low active for round 13. Alright, so this one does have Bloodthirsty now, so he will heal himself if you watch. Bloop. And so does that one. So we hopefully get one more active from Athakwa. Round 15. We do not. That is real unfortunate. Yeah, Phoenix is the best pet to start with, universally. Alright, let's see how we did for our third attack. 125.8 billion. Awesome. That is always good to see, and it's our second highest damage against Sigmund yet. So, only 17 billion from Athakwa, but like I was saying, these Delaciums, if they replicate the right dots, their damage is huge. So these are 10-star Delaciums. This isn't coming from them. This is coming from replicating Athakwa's dots that ramp up and ramp up and ramp up. Yeah, Phoenix is definitely the best pet to start with. He increases your damage if you have a burn hero. He does really good damage on his own. He's actually a better healer than Deer early on. There's no reason not to make Phoenix your first pet unless you're spending a ton of money and doing something really weird. Alright, so how are we looking so far? We also got a free team invite, so let's do that too. So 821 billion. So, I mean, in theory, if we got 169 billion, we could get first, but I haven't had a hit that big yet myself. So quick segue to accept invite, so we have a team. And then we'll hop back into the last attack. So yeah, that's pretty close to the best case for this team at the moment against Sigmund, at least as far as I've seen. About 20 billion from Athakwa, mid 55s from both Delaciums. So about 130 billion is where I'm going to cap at this point. I'd love to upgrade the Antlers Cane, but I can't really use the chest on it in the next event because I need AMB or Rui or Crown or literally anything other than a PvE artifact for my Athakwa. Dragon does hit Athakwa. I also may upgrade the Glittery Demon Bell to Radiant for this team, especially if I swap my PvP team. I don't think I'll need 2 Demon Bells. Unless I run double carry and Belrain, I may want it for that Belrain. But if not, it would be worth running it on this team since one regular Demon Bell doesn't help any on the Heart Watcher. So Heart Watcher could run a Magic Source and Drake could run that Radiant Demon Bell, and it would be a little bit more energy per active from him to Athakwa. But it will depend on my final PvP team if I do need 2 Demon Bells or not. With 2 carries, I will run one of them with the Demon Bell, and then it'll just depend on how I run the Belrain. If I have the Belrain, since I don't have an AMB at all. So my options for her will be Demon Bell, or I could just run the MSS on her as well. It is a good option. But yeah, carry. Russell, I would run Crown if I kept him. So it's really just carry or the Bell Rain. If I don't need a Demon Bell on them, I will upgrade this. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, a Demon Bell is a danger more often than a benefit with a lot of carries, especially, I mean, my server, everyone has 2 carries, it feels like. So really, 1 Glittery Demon Bell on my second carry should be sufficient. We will also look at these round 14 dots, as that damage is always fun to see. Only a 1 billion active from that Athako, unfortunately. She's going to miss the dragon buff. So let's watch the dots on this fella right here. 6.1 billion dot damage. So crazy to see that kind of damage. So let's see how we did in the end. 108 billion basically. Not bad at all. A good finish to 2 fairly mediocre initial attacks. Definitely higher damage than yesterday, and maybe even higher damage than our first day. So yeah, 17 billion from the Athaqua and 45 billion from each of the Delaciums. That brings us to a 3-day total of 929 billion damage. Not our highest, but definitely my second highest damage against any of these bosses. So I think that makes today's single day total 374.7 billion. So really close to that 1 trillion mark still. One good attack yesterday and we would have been fine. I keep a notepad just so I know how to update my videos. Yesterday's attacks were 52, 30, 30, and 73. So if any of those would have been a better hit, we would have been there. And maybe my next Flame Shrine will either have Radiant Demon Bell, E5 Drake, or 9-star Rogan.